70 degrees on the other side, and yeah, it's kind of look the same. I think. Well, it was extremely sunny before. Now it has become pretty cloudy. It is still not cold, but I wouldn't want to ride in rain in like not so hot weather. Let's see. It's just 20 degrees. I am, and it looks like doing the dinner now with the train. These are all the bikers that are here. And this is the kitchen. I have also cooked my food. So now I'm actually recording with the lavalier mic that Ilya helped me get in Yalutovorsk. Yes, that's the city name. And I've been editing videos the whole day. Now I have come to this place. It's called Omsk Fort, and well, it's night right now. I'm going to come here tomorrow morning also. And apparently these buildings, they look pretty nice during the day. There is this statue. I don't know if the statue is visible, but the statue of some person. I'll probably be able to read in the morning. Well, what is prominently visible is the Russian flag, pretty big Russian flag here, and yeah, that's how the Omsk fortress look in the night. There are some prominent restaurants as well. Well, I'm sure they'll be expensive. I don't think they are my kinds or I'm their kinds, so maybe I'll focus more on these nice buildings. Actually, it doesn't look like fortress to me. It looks more like barracks kind of a structure to me. Maybe I mean, I was actually expecting some kind of fort walls or something of that sort, but there is the river on the other side. I think it's called Irtysh River, if I'm not wrong, and maybe the river provides the natural moat for this to be called fortress. I'll shoot again after getting closer to the river. Yeah, so this is the Irtysh River. It's slightly far from the land. I mean, there is a bit of like shore kind of a land after the river, and then there is this Omsk fortress. They have a nice path for cycles, and I think this is the path which probably is the periphery of the fortress, I'm guessing. Over here as well. Yeah, so my camera has developed one at the center. There is one scratch, and that scratch kind of, it's right at the center and it magnifies in the video. I think I need to put up with it for the rest of the journey. Is something that I had seen in the pictures of Omsk fortress. There's a small red building also. Well, their walls are beige, but I think the roof is of the different color, and yeah, the lighting is there, but it's kind of minimal. I was actually hoping for more lights, so maybe yeah, it's going to look better during the day, I think. One is a brick style building, but it's definitely restored or renovated, while this one looks like from the original times. They probably haven't done much to it. Reminds me of I don't know if it was Bukhara or was it Khiva and the Hakikat O Chasi, where I saw like, yeah, the real unrenovated buildings versus the restored ones. Okay, trying this recording from my from the newly bought speaker, microphone, and see how well this comes. I still haven't put the microphone properly. I have just inserted it inside my helmet. Well, that's a second problem, but first let's see that how does the video and the other things come, and will I feel safe talking while riding, because that's something I've been trying to avoid since the start of the ride. I know a lot of moto vloggers do that, Somehow I find it to be a bit of a distraction and a security hazard. I also envision that the laws will come around this soon that will bar the motor vloggers to kind of record while they ride. But well, I also got tempted to try this out and see how well this works. Well, the cable of the microphone is kinda too long. I'm sure I can make it shorter. Uh, uh, and yeah. Okay. Oh wow, this is amazing. I am actually heading to this place called a Cathedral of something related to Virgin Mary. Okay, can I go left from here? Am I allowed to go left or? Okay, I will try and see if this works. Okay, yeah, there's another car that came, so looks like it is doable. The cathedral actually looks pretty nice. Wow, this is probably one of the most fabulous cathedral I would have ever seen in my life. Yeah, surely, for sure. Oh, there's motorbike parking. Very nice. I can park my motorbike here, I guess. Yeah, it is a motorbike parking. Awesome. Yeah, now I'm sounding like all those vloggers, moto vloggers who kept on blabbering all the time. And now I can very well see that how a speaker connected to you while you ride make you speak your mind and blabber more. Well, I'll shut down now and shut up now. Yeah, so I am here at let me read, Cathedral of the Assumption of the Blessed Virgin Mary. Well, yeah, that is all I know about this. But what I can say is that the big golden dome actually reminded me of the Golden Temple of Amritsar, and I think I have not seen anything like this before. Like the first thing when I saw it for the first time while I was riding the bike, I was really mesmerized. I was like, oh, I really have to have a look. But now that I have come down and having a look from here, yeah, it's good. It's definitely good, but it is not as great as the first impression it created in my head. Yeah, maybe I can go around and see more of it. So this is the front view. Yeah, this actually shows a lot of the church. I think this is the main gate, the front gate to enter it. One thing I forgot to record about the trip. So it has actually started to get cold. I think in the night the temperature is falling below 10 degrees. During the day it is like 18-19 degrees, sometimes 21. And Omsk is actually officially in Siberia. So I have actually entered Siberia, which I was not aware. Also, Yekaterinburg is part of the Ural Oblast, or maybe province, or I don't know, something of that sort. And Ural mountains are the ones which separated the European and the Asian part of Russia. So now, after crossing Yekaterinburg, I am officially in Asia. So this is something that I was not aware, and only in Yarul Tovorsk, when I was talking to Ilya, he told me that I am in the Asian part of Russia now. So I was actually wrong. I think this is the main entrance to the cathedral, and all the other entrances are kind of side entrances. And I think that also makes sense. Like you enter, and then the grand part comes at the back side of the building. You can hear a lot of bikers racing, and apparently, yeah. So there is police here. You can see the police vehicle. I was being told that in Russia, only the biker police is entitled to, well, for the lack of better words, catch erring bikers. Apparently the police with cars, they are not, I'm not sure if they are not entitled. I think it is, they don't try to, because, the bikers can always easily outrun them. Being from India, yeah, all this sounds a little like, out of a storybook or kind of a thing, because, in India, like, the police don't care. Like, you're on a bike, you're on a car, like, they'll just put the barricade and they'll stop everyone. But that's not the case here in Russia. Yeah, obviously, I think they don't like put barricades like how they do in India, which is obviously more intrusive. But yeah, human rights are quite a few times. I wouldn't say human rights are sacrificed. I think the bar of considered what is right and what is not right, that bar is pretty low in India. So, yeah. Oh, there are bikers there actually, and the police is here, and I think they know where the police is, so they are not coming this side. That's a nice view of the city. I think this is the Irtish river, or no. This is, oh yeah, this is a river. But this is the main river or not, I don't know, because yesterday I crossed a river and it was actually pretty big. This seems pretty small, so this must be some small tributary of it. Today I realized that the mount that Alex gave me in Yekaterinburg, it not only goes up and down, but it can also change angles. And I was feeling my windscreen was a little too slopey, and I made it more upright today because I played around with the mount a bit, and it is all good. Yeah, that's something I figured today. Right now I am headed to Dodo Pizza. So I realized that till the time I am in big cities and I have access to Dodo Pizza, I would rather enjoy the access and eat the pizza. I also figured that that Dodo Pizza actually has a pizza for 289 rubles, and yeah, that's the pizza I am going to eat as well. It's 10 o'clock of September 14, and I am sitting here in the cafe, which is downstairs of the hostel that I am staying, the HD Dostoevsky hostel. And yeah, this cafe is actually very convenient. I mean, they have like nice coffee. So morning I get up, and then before even I brush my teeth, I come here to have a coffee. So yeah, it's convenient, and it's nice. Reminds me of India, where when I used to travel in India, I will get up and then immediately go out, and there will be some chai shops on the street, and have my tea. Never had to cook my own tea or coffee in the morning. So yeah, it's those kind of feelings here. Well, the plan for today is I will leave Omsk. I have I'm not sure. I have two thoughts around should I really go do the sightseeing again. I think I have been to some of the prominent areas yesterday. I'll see if I feel like I will go, because that's a bit of a detour. I have to go to I'm in the south, I have to go to the center and then come back, because my plan is to further go east towards Novosibirsk. Novosibirsk is apparently the biggest city of Siberia, but it's far. It's around 600 to 700 kilometers. So my plan is to actually stay at Tatarsk, which is around 200 kilometers from here. There's a bike post there. Multiple people have told me about the bike post. So my plan is to go to Tatarsk and then stay there one night, and then go to Novosibirsk the next day. As for yesterday, I spent most of my time working on the videos. I released 3 videos. I think 74, 75 and 76 days. So all the video backlog is done. Yeah, that's the update and plan for today. Yesterday night I parked my bike here. It's kind of like a gated compound, with the gate that side, and the building in the front, the first floor, is the hostel. So the hostel people were like, you should not park your bike overnight in open, well, a lot of people see, and you should park here. The gate is actually not manned, it's always open. I was not sure if it is worthwhile actually parking, because at least in the front you have the camera of the hostel looking at it. But then people said, and I did, and they said that there's usually a security who sits here, and apparently there was a chair there yesterday night, so maybe somebody sat in the night. Just now left the HD hostel. Surprisingly, it's very warm today. Things have been actually getting cold, but today it is warm because like I am a bit sweating in my riding pants and in my riding jacket, which usually hasn't happened in past few days. So it's 1 p.m. right now. I have left pretty late. But anyway, the Tatarsk bike post where I am heading to, it's just 183 kilometers, and the arrival time it shows is 3:41 p.m., which is another 2 hours 28 minutes from now. So that isn't a big deal. Put a petrol station on the way, and that's where I'm going to fill and then head to Tatarsk. I decided to skip the sightseeing in Omsk. I looked up in TripAdvisor, and the worthwhile places were the two places that I visited, and then there were a few museums which I wouldn't go anyway, and there are a few monuments very similar to what I have seen in Bratislava maybe I'll it's kind of hard to describe them. They are nice. But I think I'm just gonna skip and go to Tatarsk, and then reach there early, sleep early, and leave to Novosibirsk day after tomorrow. One more thing I wanted to talk about is I was actually looking at the trips done by a few people, and I figured that the road to Bones is not on the Trans-Siberian route to Vladivostok. Actually, if you take a detour to Yakutsk, which I was anyway planning to do earlier, but now it is looking difficult because winters is coming. If you take the route to Yakutsk, from Yakutsk there is a road that goes to Magadan, and that is the road of Bones, which is apparently very treacherous. Somehow when I was looking at it, I felt like maybe I should do this road next year. So yeah, this year I am thinking that I'll probably end my ride in Ulan-Ude, and then next year come back in summers and do Ulan-Ude to Yakutsk to Magadan and back to Yakutsk, and then to Vladivostok, and that itself is around 10,000 kilometers. So yeah, a good maybe 2-month ride, I would say. So yeah, that's a new development that happened today. I wanted to share that. Now I have a plan to ride next year as well. I forgot to record anything about the HD hostel where I stayed for 2 nights. I think it was one of the cheapest hostels in Russia that I've stayed. I think I paid like 450 rubles per night. It was I would say a decent place, probably not very good, but it's not bad either. I think it is good only. It has most of the people that were staying were the long time residents who were working, and the first night I was given a room, and that kind of smelled a bit, so I requested if I can move to the next room, and then they were okay. So the people at reception were nice and helpful. The first day there was a lady, she didn't speak much English, but she wasn't grumpy and she was more than willing to use the Google Translate to help. These are all young school or college students mostly. Today I also met the owner of the place and she was also very nice. So overall, yeah, good place for the price, I would say. A quick word about Omsk as a city. I think Omsk as a city is nice. It's not as glittery as Yekaterinburg or any of the other big cities that I have visited. It also doesn't have that small town charm of Yalur-Tovorsk. But yeah, it's a decent mid-sized city. And there's one popular saying about Omsk in Russia, that you cannot avoid Omsk if you are traveling from one end of Russia to another end. So yeah, Omsk is some version of Hotel California. Well, you can always check out anytime and you will also leave, but you will always end up passing Omsk. Well, it was extremely sunny before. Now it has become pretty cloudy. It is still not cold, but I wouldn't want to ride in rain in like not so hot weather. Let's see. It's just 185 kilometers, so even if it rains, well, it's okay. We will dare the rain. So today I am going to try a different petrol pump. It's called Top Line. I just reached there. Yeah, let's see how this new petrol pump comes out to be. Okay, so I put in 15 liters. I actually chose to put something called Reactive 92, which was, I think, 1 ruble more expensive, but I don't know what that reactive thing is, but I thought I will give it a shot. And this Top Line petrol station, I used to look in, I think they are only visible in Siberia, and they have a very interesting crocodile as a symbol. So yeah, it did catch my attention before, and but I was never able to read that it's Top Line because obviously it's written in Cyrillic. But in the map I was checking, and then this showed up as a different petrol station, and the name was also in English, Top Line. So I decided to come here. So finally, yeah, the crocodile petrol station is where I wanted to go, and today I'm here. Yeah, I wanted to record these very large Russian fields, and I just stopped right in front of one. I mean, these are like acres of land. I think this field has, I think the grain just harvested. But yeah, these large fields I've only seen in Russia. Like they go on for like maybe kilometers. The large fields are more clearly visible here on both sides. The headwinds are pretty strong today. Well, there's not much of a crosswind, but the headwind is so strong that I don't know if this voice get recorded fine, but my Insta360 mount is actually getting pushed behind, and that's how strong the headwinds are today. Yeah, I don't know why, but thankfully there's not much crosswinds, but the wind is so strong, the passing trucks, they do create a lot of turmoil. For some reason I am seeing a lot of roundabouts on the motorway today. Well, this is not exactly a motorway. This is probably the only road that connects Omsk to Novosibirsk, so it is a big road. It is not a small road, but it is not like a divided separated highway, but I'm seeing like a lot of these roundabouts on this road. Maybe there are more important roads cutting off from this road, and yeah, the roundabout seems the only way if you don't wanna maybe construct an overbridge. So yeah, but yeah, this is my first time seeing so many roundabouts. Actually, seeing not so many, just seeing roundabouts on these kind of big intercity roads. And mark this cafe behind me at a midpoint from here to the bike post in Tatarsk. And actually the one that I marked was on the opposite side of the road. But then yeah, instead of taking a U-turn and going there, I just stopped here. There are a lot of truck guys stopped on both sides, that side as well as this side. In Russia, they say that the general convention is that the good places are identified there by the truck guys. So if there are a lot of trucks stopped at a place, usually it's a good place. But I think now things have started to become remote, that you don't see cafe for like 50-100 kilometers. So well, I don't think that concept applies anymore. Well, whatever you see, you kind of stop. Had my coffee at the cafe. Well, it was a pretty swanky but expensive cafe. I think my coffee costed like 150 rubles, which was a lot more expensive. Well, it was an espresso, but well, yeah, it's expensive. I also messaged the bike post guy, and he has responded saying that he is available and I can come. I'm also wearing the fleece inside, so my biker jacket is a little loose, so when a lot of wind is there, it flaps a lot. If I wear the fleece inside, then yeah, there is little movement for the jacket to flap. So it's not that cold, but yeah, it's better for me because of the very strong headwind. I am here in Tatarsk at a bike post, and this is how the bike post common room currently looks like. These are all the bikers, I guess, and their photo, and we are all having dinner now with the drinks. These are all the bikers assembled here. This is the kitchen. I have also cooked my food, so all of us will be sitting and eating now.
Ребята, у нее главное, что, понимаете, моральное удовлетворение, чтобы все жрали. Так же, как Андрюхи, это кто готовит?
It's 11 of September 15 and I'm leaving this bike post. This is the bike post Dodged, D-O-G-G-E-D, and yeah, that was the dormitory stay that's here. Yeah, it was pretty nice and cozy. This was my bed, and yeah, I'll be on the road to Novosibirsk now. With me here is Artem. Artem is a biker here in Tatarsk. Hello. And yesterday I had some of the issues, and then I asked for help from Artem, and Artem actually very nicely helped. He also can speak a little English, so it was good interacting. He was the official translator for me in the group here when we were here with all the bikers. So I just wanted to say thank you, spasibo, for all the help. It's 11:30 a.m. and yeah, you can see motorbikers behind me. So we are waiting here at the bike post. Well, I wanted some modifications to be done on my windshield, and basically putting a new screw further down so that the windscreen stays more erect. And I asked help to the guys, and then they called one of their friends, and he's bringing in the drill and the screws, and hence everybody else is also waiting for me when the friend comes and we put the new screws and then we leave. So we just now changed the bolts. I actually also did some of the work myself, and the bikers actually did most of it, and now they are ready to leave. So yeah, that's my end of stay at Tatarsk.